Hey, Lamont, stop crying in your mom's beverage. She hates you and has left you forever.
Now I'm confused. On the surface, this appears to be another contrivance from a troll desperate to offend. But John said you wanted to be friends. And if you knew me, I suppose your remark could be construed as a ploy to elicit agreement, and soon rapport. Not that it would actually work.
God, you really do talk too much.
So which is it?
Ooh, your text smells good. Is that lavender?
You smell words?
You don't?
Right. Aliens, I forgot.
Yes, it's easy to forget given our report, and how much we really have in common. I forget that you humans actually communicate with speech instead of releasing clouds of fragrant gases and smelling each other's sentences.
Gross.
So gullible. You'll believe anything I tell you. Of course we talk, dummy.
Still not sure if I'm being courted or trolled here.
I'm going to go with the latter. I hate you all quite a lot. But I think the others will eventually realize that it'll be mutually beneficial for us all to work together. And so they'll probably be all friendly like later on.
By later on, you mean now?
Yeah, and that's probably what John was hearing. And maybe they'll even mean it and want to be friendly. But I intend to stay pissed at you forever. Even if I seem helpful.
Then you're in luck, because you don't.
No, but I will be. The fact that I will be helpful is an immutable fact I'm stating for the record. It does not mean friendship is what is taking place here.
John was told you were moving backwards through time. Was he gullible to believe this? Or is the fact that I'm asking just further indication of my own gullibility? Feel free to continue shifting the definition of the word to suit your convenience.
We haven't even been talking to you for very long. Like a few minutes from my perspective. If there are some of us who decide to start talking to you at the end of your adventure right off the bat instead of at the beginning like what's logical, then that's their stupid business. I'm staying linear, 'cause weird time stuff gives me a headache. Oh, also, it's pointless.
All right, let's continue milking my human gullibility and say I believe you. You're the sensible one who's decided to communicate with us in linear lockstep with our timeline in order to help us out. How can you help me?
You just entered your medium, right?
Yes.
Okay, does it seem like there's a subtle voice in your head urging you to do things?
Yes. It's not so subtle, actually.
Yes. For me, too, it was more loud and clear than for the others. You see, we are meant to be the best hate friends forever.
A beautiful soul grudge this cosmic was surely authored by the constellations.
They all thought I was crazy, but it turned out we all were in our own ways. And that helped us realize the particular destinies the game put together for us. In the vocabulary of, like, the hyper-flexible mythology it tailors to each player group.
You mean, for instance, if a player were to learn she was a seer?
Yeah, exactly! Seer of mind, page of breath, knight of blood, maid of time, etc., etc., etc. 12 for us, but obviously 4 for you. Every session is different.
And this voice?
Oh yeah, it's an exile.
Exiled from what?
It took us forever to figure this out, because they aren't meant to be an obvious aspect of the game. They're on your dead planet, just like they're on ours, years after its reckoning. Their role is to help you on your quest in some ways. The obvious way is by directly guiding your actions, but maybe the more important ways are these little things they do, probably without even realizing it. Actions that complete loops in the timeline. Cogs in paradox space.
Paradox space?
Oh hell! Listen, the universe will eat paradoxes for breakfast, and so will this game. Get used to it. By now you should realize this whole mess was a big self-fulfilling clusterfuck. A huge, orgiastic Mobius double reach-around.
I'm starting to see that. So the exiles are on Earth. Does that mean our goal is to get back there too? To resurrect it somehow?
No, no, no. See, ironically, they get to do that. After they're done helping you, that is. Your job is of greater consequence, to say the least. But part of their job is to rebuild life and civilization there, and if they're successful in thousands or millions of years, the technology is on Earth and the planet is ripe for seeding all over again.
You never answered the question. Where were they exiled from?
From the 2 kingdoms in the Incipisphere expatriated during the Reckoning. Former agents.
What are agents?
I think this will be more constructive if I contact you again in a little while, when you know more, and I don't have to explain so much.
When?
In a couple of seconds. For me. But not for you, sucker.